Mr. Valeriote, seconded by Mr. McKay Scarborough-Guildwood, moves for leave to introduce a bill entitled An Act to Amend the Criminal Code, Visual Recording of Persons in Their Residence. This motion is deemed adopted. The Honourable Member for Guelph.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the member from Scarborough-Guildwood for seconding my private member's bill. Mr. Speaker, we're quite fortunate to live in a time where we glean so many positive benefits from technological developments. That said, many of these developments have serious implications for such basic matters as privacy. In the past, the Supreme Court of Canada, the Federal Court, and other provincial courts have ruled that an individual's expectation to privacy in public areas is limited at best. While you may take offense to a neighbor making or attempting to make a visual recording of you in the privacy of your own home or backyard, inadvertently or otherwise, presently it is not an offense to do so unless the Crown can prove the victim was harassed, was fearful, or that the act of recording was of conduct sexual in nature. Barring those circumstances, a victim has to sue the person taking the recording, an exercise only the wealthy can afford. The bill will effectively alleviate the victim from having to explain their activity on their own property, as innocent or private as it might have been. What is worse is the retention of these recordings, which could be made public, disseminated to a specific audience, or kept for personal reasons without the knowledge of those who have been recorded. This private member's bill is drafted to capture those situations where the act of making or attempting to make a visual recording, or the publication, attempted publication, or possession of the recorded material, whether made deliberately or recklessly, are made illegal, regardless of the intentions of the person recording, and without the need for the Crown to prove that the victim was harassed, fearful, or had their use or enjoyment of their property interfered with in any way. People deserve the opportunity to use and enjoy their own home and property, perhaps their last bastion of privacy, and conduct themselves as they wish, without concerns that any of it is being recorded, so long as the conduct is not criminal in nature. I hope that when this bill comes before the House, I can count on the support of all members of this place. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Monsieur Valeriote, appuyé par Monsieur McKay Scarborough-Guildwood, propose que ce projet de loi soit maintenant lu une première fois et imprimé. Cette motion est réputée adoptée.
First reading of this bill, première lecture de ce projet de loi.
When shall the bill be read a second time? At the next sitting of the House.